Hi everyone! In this video I want to talk to you about one of the most difficult English tenses, the present perfect. And it's actually one of my favorite tenses to teach because it's so versatile. You can use it in so many different situations. But that's what makes it so tricky, because it's difficult to decide whether you need to use the present perfect or the past perfect, and especially the present perfect or the past simple. That's something that a lot of English students struggle with. So today I'm going to give you various examples of when you can use the present perfect. But before we start, make sure you subscribe to my channel and download your free grammar booklet from the description underneath this video. Are you ready? Let's get started. So the first one and the most common one is this. I have lived in this house for 3 years. So I started living in this house. I moved in here 3 years ago in the past, and I still live here now. So I'm talking about the whole period of time between 3 years ago and now. I have lived here for 3 years. One confusing thing about the present perfect is that sometimes you can see have had together. So I have had my car for 5 years. That means I bought it 5 years ago and I still have it now. So I have had is the auxiliary verb have and the past participle of the verb to have, which is had, and that's why it's have had. It looks a bit confusing, but it's actually not. So what's the difference between I lived in this house for 3 years and I have lived in this house for 3 years? I lived means I don't live there anymore. I have lived means I still live there. So that is the main difference. I have spilled some coffee on my top. Here you can see the consequence of my actions. So the present perfect can also be used to talk about an event that has some visible consequences in the present. So I spilled my coffee in the past, but because I can still see the stain on my top, that's why I need the present perfect. I have spilled my coffee. I have broken my favorite vase. It's broken. You can see the pieces all over the floor. You can see the consequences of my action. So that's why I need the present perfect here as well. My flatmate has moved out. That's also the present perfect. So my flatmate lived with me before, but now he's not here. He doesn't live here. He has moved out. Again, it's the consequence of an action. But also, it's something you can say when you don't want to specify exactly when it happened. You're just talking about the consequence. So if I said my flatmate moved out, I'm not talking about the consequence. I'm just talking about the moment in the past when he moved out. My flatmate moved out 5 days ago. So that's the specific moment in the past. I am not interested in the consequences. But when I say my flatmate has moved out, it means he's no longer here. The consequences are important. And I'm not saying exactly when he moved out because it doesn't matter. I have seen this film before. Here we've got the present perfect again. And I'm talking about an action that happened in the past, but I'm not saying when. It's not important. So what's the difference between I have seen this film and I saw this film? I saw this film is a particular moment in the past. I saw this film last night. I have seen this film is not a particular moment. It's just some moment in the past, but it doesn't matter when it happened. I have seen it. That's all that matters. Have you seen this film before? So the present perfect can be used to ask somebody whether they have done something before in their life. It doesn't matter when. I just want to know whether in your entire life you have seen this film or not. Have you seen this film before? Have you read this book before? So it's common to use the word before in this sentence. That means in your whole life. Have you done this? Have you been to England before? Have you ever been to England? That's another way to ask this question. To use ever to talk about your entire life. The answer to this question can be yes, I have been to England before. Yes, I have seen this film before. Yes, I have read this book before. Or it can be no, I have never been to England. I have never seen this film. I have never read this book. As you can see, never acts as the negative in the sentence, so you don't need not. I have never seen this film, or I have not seen this film. Another interesting word to use with the present perfect is always. I have always lived in this house. That means for my entire life, I have always been here and I still live here today. I have always liked strawberries. So my entire life is full of strawberries and I still love them. I have always wanted to go to China. That means my entire life I have wanted to go and I still haven't been there. So let's just summarize what we've said about the present perfect. We use it to talk about something that started in the past and is still true now. I have lived in this house for 5 years. To talk about an event that happened in the past and you can see the consequences of it. I have spilled coffee on my top and I can see the stain. To talk about something that happened in the past, but it's not important when it happened. I have seen this film. And to talk about things that you have never done before, or to ask people whether they have done something before. Have you seen this film before? I have never seen this film before. So how do you make a sentence in the present perfect? We have seen a lot of examples already in this lesson. So you need the subject, for example, I. You need the auxiliary verb have or has if it's the third person singular. So I have seen this film, but she has seen this film. And finally, you need the past participle, which is the third form of the verb. So for the verb to see, it's seen. For the verb to live, it's lived. So I have lived here and I have seen this film. To make a question, invert the subject and the auxiliary verb. So have you seen this film? And to make a negative sentence, add not after have. I have not seen this film. So I hope this was useful. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to download your free grammar booklet from the description underneath this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!